Time's wasted and I'm all in. Graduated from rapping, now my thoughts is being a top 10. Moving into the top 10, but if I'm not him, I'm a loaded Glock 10. Special issue spitter. Rip your tissue, nigga, make your thoughts bend out then back in. The reality is we are all men, but we are not equal. It's the have versus the have nots. Even weenie niggas got Glocks. You can talk shit and get socked. Before I park, I still circle the block. Niggas been waiting for me to drop like Detox, classic Reeboks. Long Beach hat strap, running the week off. Walking the street tops, listen to the street talk, then we weave off. Celebrity G off, nigga. Long Beach, North Side, on our t-shirt and everything, metal sagging out the G-Ride. Cause when we ride, we can see it in your eyes that you's a full bitch. When the heat rises, niggas act surprised and then I flame shit. Who I came with, deranged strange, speak another language. Niggas be not from the city and still claim it. Stand for something, above anything. That's what the OGs told me, so I listen. Real riders don't fold under pressure. We become the diamonds people mention. I'm the rose in the concrete. I'm the diamond from the road. I'm the rose from the concrete. I'm the diamond from the cold. The vision is not far-fetched. In-depth commentary of my past steps. Passed off to the world as my regrets. Wanna test, we can bend a corner, slide on niggas. Divide them, push them to the side, and then we ride on niggas. Provided the right amount of time, I outshine these niggas. Outgrind these niggas, outrhyme these niggas. I'm in my prime, my nigga. It's high stakes when the homies start tripping, we ain't playing. Sophisticated, drink the full fifth, get faded, we game playing. This gang saying, what's cracking, my nigga? Money the object. The pandemic got niggas pressing for profit. I'm a launch rocket. I'm headed to the heavens and opening optics. Listen and log it, whatever you call it. I'm better than all of my cheddar is awesome. Robberies off and life is exhausted. My enemies dodging everything coming out of this locket. You niggas mark men. We highlight the block and then we move in. We in two vans, what you do in? Keep on moving and I'm shooting. Stand for something, above anything. That's what the OGs told me, so I listen. Real riders don't fold under pressure. We become the diamonds people mention. I'm the rose in the concrete. I'm the diamond from the rose. I'm the rose from the concrete. I'm the diamond from the cold. I'm talking to y'all in depth. Stacked against the odds, my roots still crept. Grounded in the soil of the West. Love, loyalty, respect, mirrors pain, anger, death. These night terrors got me stressed. Seeing vivid thoughts of death and melting flesh. Turn them dark days to sunshine. My mind stays full grind. The whole city feeling the pressure. This is the war cry. War crimes, loaded 4-5s, holding on both sides. Let's ride, it's go time. Broke about the concrete. The same place the sinners and the cons meet and still shine. The diamond in the rough that make the world blind. Take mine, aim at my opposition and dream of my peace. To my demise, I'm gonna speak for the streets. My voice sink to the beat. My soul speak and I peak. You hear Long Beach in the speak. It's been too long, my niggas ready to eat. I'm unleashed now. Now I got the glow, I'm about to eat now. Now all of y'all listeners hear the street growl. Hey Reese. Stand for something, above anything. That's what the OGs told me, so I listen. Real riders don't fold under pressure. We become the diamonds people mention. I'm the rose in the concrete. I'm the diamond from the rose. I'm the rose from the concrete. I'm the diamond from the cold.
Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test. Expect nothing less, your check is I'm chess. What's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine, from pain it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they see me. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives. You create thoughts. Never waste time. You got one shot. You got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5. No mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way. What I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains. Go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.
I like you, other than the fact you hang out with Tyrones and shit. But I want you to understand that someday you're going to be in the target of all these people. Probably including me for the Tyrone shit. I'm eventually going to go after your co-host. You know that, right? You understand that, right? Because the more I hear pro-black bullshit, I'm going to run. Trust me, I'm going to come at them way before I'm going to come at Kakila. I don't think you understand that the group that you're in, the JVs, the Jamies, the Red Pool Jacks, I don't think you understand how savage we can be.
Black people can't have Down syndrome?
Why?
Because God doesn't punish people twice.
I have a good one. 2 Mexicans are in a car. Who is driving?
Who?
The cop.
Guys, this dark humor is too extreme. We should stop.
Dark humor's like food. Not everyone gets it.
Anyway, Donnie, what barbershop do you go to?
Why are you asking?
To know which one to avoid.
You know what? You are really bold for someone of your color. You know what the difference between snow tires and a black person is?
What is the difference?
The tires still work after you take the chains off.
You think it's odd they slave you? If the slave master ain't served the same God they gave you 400 years later, and you hardly stable, and you turn around and beg that same God to save you. Look, word to the sunrise. Homie, save yourself. Everything else, get a thumb drive. The young lives of black queens lost, misplaced, who've been raped, beaten, indoctrinated, and disgraced. We've been wet, shackled, and mutilated, put through degradation, disrespectfully viewed and hated. I mean, truly flagrant, treated like shit in this fucking nation. Then in 1850, slaveholders came with this publication called How to Make the Ideal Slave. Now dig the vision. Rule number 1 was unconditional submission. Keep them in place with authority, because rule number 2 was create inferiority.
If you would like to know how it is to be black and know why you should not use the N-word, do what the next clip says.
I think I'm good. All right, now, thank you guys for tuning on in. We are no longer in. Can you switch that from the pre-show lobby, please? Excuse me. Can you switch that from the pre-show lobby and get it right? Yep. Yeah. We can leave it there. Pro-black, married to a Mexican, Peruvian, and Italian, mix them up, all however you want to do. It's the same thing. And the hand looks like this color right here. Okay, so I am fully able to speak about what we will be speaking about today. Okay, And if she wants to make a comment about something, she can do it because she is doing that also. So we're gonna have a good one today. We got a great show. I just want to say that for those of you who are brand new to listening to a discussion with JB Gunner and Hot Facts with Robert Reese, I want you guys to understand that what we are doing is something that a lot of people should be able to do, especially if you understand what the whole get down is. All right. This is the fourth time we have gotten together to speak. The first time we got together to speak was we had a discussion about life coach Eli, and JB Gunner, what he did was he verified some things that I was like, this dude has done things, people, to where he is all the way. I mean, he's hopped on and spat on someone's grave, and he is as real as you can get from anybody who I have ever wanted to say, hey, you know, I like what you do. I like your juice. He ain't never said nothing to me wrong. I ain't never said nothing to him wrong. We spoke about life coach Eli. The second discussion that we had, we spoke about racism with blacks and whites in America, and we discussed those things. The third discussion was we went over world issues with politics, with North Korea, to Bill and Melinda Gates, to going into mental health and healthcare and everything like that. This discussion is the fourth separate discussion that has had at least 8 to 9 different points of topic in between, so you can all the way get what people are thinking and how people are operating out there. So that's what we got going on here. And I would like to say that for all of you guys that say, I don't know why you guys are doing it, I think you guys are both doing it for show. I would absolutely say that part of what we do, we know who we are in one. JB Gunner has a brand. Hot Facts with Robert Reese is Hot Facts is a brand. It is the truth behind what you stand for. It is a brand. So by us knowing what we both bring to the table for our brands, we see how they can actually coexist and get some discussion in. So by everybody else out there that just continuously says, I don't like it, oh well. Handle your business the way you handle your business, and you ain't got to worry about mine or his. Today, we are going to make a lot of people cry. We're going to make a lot of people cry today. That's all I got to say about the whole get down. JB Gunner is here. I was going to do a pre-show, but I said he hopped on up. My man got the feeling like me, and I do believe he has another show later on. So I think that works out perfect right there, so we can get the shindigs on. Welcome again. Could I call us the unbiased opinion? Would that be appropriate?
I'm good with that.
Okay. People, I'm going to call us the unbiased opinion because today we are getting into, Emilia, can you get to the banners there for me, please? And can you put up the first banner there about, we're going to just get to the nitty gritty here. But before we do the one about the, bam, that one there. We're going to get into this wreck right here. But first, you had an interesting past couple of days, if I may say so myself. How you holding up, man? How's it going?
I'm doing really good, man. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing good, and all I gotta say is this. Go to the banner there. Go to the one that just says the recap. This one here. This one right here. Let me see. Let me just get to the recap here. Did I put it up here? Oh yeah, bam. All right. I want to get to the recap here really quick because I feel that when you went on the Dennis show, and I felt that you were all the way up front. I heard you say, what can I say and what can I not say? Correct, right?
That's exactly what I said. I went on there with nothing but good intentions.
So what happened? How did it go? Because I saw there was one guy that was there, and he understood how to dialogue with you because he was the one that spoke about the land bridge. Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he gets it. I'm like, if he got it, how did it go left?
Well, what happened is that it wasn't even the dudes until Christina. Christina started getting butthurt about everything that I said. I can't, she's got a real liberal mindset. So what she was doing is she was saying everything is okay to say unless it's something I disagree with. This is way before any N-words were used. This is way before anything was ever used, right? They didn't like the fact that I said the word bitch. Then they didn't like the fact that I said the word faggot. Then they didn't like the way, you understand, it was just a constant thing, even though there was no individual that I was pointing out and saying they were any of these things. When I first went on there, I was kind of trolling, but I wasn't. I was hollering at old girl. I was shooting my shot. That's what I was doing. And so that's really what it all came down to. But Christina, I think I threw her off, which I did purposely, by coming in there and apologizing for what they claimed I did on a live stream on my own channel 2 weeks ago or whatever. So what I did was I decided instead of coming in aggressive, I'm going to say, if that's the way you guys took that shit, I apologize. Now we can have conversations like grown-ups, right? And to be honest, that's how it started out. But I think Christina wanted it to go left. And so she made it go left. And then what happened is all the simps in the damn on the panel, they followed Christina's lead. And so it started to get more aggressive. And so I got drunker and drunker. And then when it popped off, it popped off.
That's what I was saying right there. I was like, look, to me personally, I felt it was handled sloppy from the jump. Because from the jump, here's how sloppy it was. Dennis was doing rideshare, Uber or Lyft with passengers in the car and whispering on to try to still be involved, which that was just completely, that's bad business. I don't care what race you are.
Why would he bring me on? You're right, but why would he bring me on for the first time ever in a situation like that? That was his chance, and he couldn't even be part of the show. And so it was fucked up. It was sloppy from the beginning. That's a show that you should prepare for. Even if you were going to have 6, 7, 8 people against me, you still should have prepared a little better. But you're right.
A little bit, just a little. I'm not saying, all right, he did more for Eli. He said he actually went out and sought out a real life coach and took notes and everything for Eli. And I'm like, this conversation is so much more bigger than that you were not able to be on there, and then you were sneaking, breaking all the confidentiality laws just to be on YouTube. You were doing that. Then you weren't able to get up there. You would hop in, say like 2 words, and then leave out. Then you kept trying to get all these other people to come at him, and it was crazy because he never did. And then he said, well, let me try to get you on another day, but still tried to leave the conversation going. So I felt that if they continue this and they have no boundary, if they have nothing to go off of, it's about to go left. The first person to disrespect somebody, I felt, there you go. And when when he went black militant, I knew it was going to come. I knew it was going to come because you threw yours, so he's going to throw his. And the moderator is not there, and the so-called moderator don't know nothing about what's going on. And I was glad Ski stayed quiet because he said, this is what I was telling y'all. Unprepared, and this is what I did not want to happen with me, which is why me and you are here discussing it, because I felt the whole thing was out of pocket and out of bounds. And if they want to see what you was going to say, that's what they got.
You know what I think it was? Remember I just said that I think it went the opposite of how they wanted. And then if you take into consideration the whole first half hour, I was defending Kelly, is that her name? And her position kind of on men and providing and things like that. And I think that is what bothered them. I think they thought I was going to come in firing all kinds of just aggressiveness and racism and shit. I think that's what they thought was going to come. And the fact that I kind of just engaged in the very same conversation they were having, I think it bothered them. And so they had to turn it left. They wanted me to be the villain. And I let them do it. I mean, I'm good with that because once you boot me off for some bullshit, and I'm sitting there reading what you're writing in the chat room, I'm sitting there seeing what y'all are saying on the panel that you weren't saying when I was on the panel, that's when I came back up and was firing off.
See, people, I just wanted him to be able to explain that because he did not get a chance. Dennis went live like 19 times talking about the same stuff. He came on mine and he was not able to. So instead of trying to hear from that side, people, we heard that side at least 7 live streams. Let's hear it from the other participant who was involved in that. Now you guys got from him how it went down. And you guys saw what happened. Now you guys can put 1 and 1 together, you make 2, and now just leave it alone. I just want to get that out the way. That right there, how you said you were throwing your shot at old girl at Kelly, right?
Right.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this.
Anybody that heard it knew it. Anybody that heard it knew it. You saw it. It's literally what was happening. And let me just say this one thing to Dennis. Dennis said, I got the footage. I can get him canceled. You think you're the only one, Dennis, with footage of me saying the N-word? Bro, I put it out myself. So this whole you can get me canceled. Canceled from what? I own my business. Canceled from what? I'm outside. It's not like I stay inside. I'm traveling all the time. I just want to let Dennis know that because I heard him on his live stream after that. He's like, I won. I got the footage of him saying, I was like, bro.
Corny as hell. Corny as hell. Corny as hell.
I'm like, that's your victory? Is that you got footage of me saying that shit? You could have just emailed me and told me that you wanted footage of me saying it, and I would have gave you a whole shitload of clips with me saying it. It's like he's corny as shit. No question.
Eli, that was corny as hell because first of all, that's a form of doxing. And for you to say no matter where he goes, I got him in my pocket. That's why he called you. He said you would be considered an Uncle Tom. There's a difference, man. There's a difference in why he said that. And I understood. And I just thought that was just like, that was crazy right there that Dennis absolutely did that. I wanted him to get this out the way because he was shooting a shot at Kelly. Now, Legion was on there earlier, right? And we about to get into this Black people prejudice because we're going to feature Dennis and Kelly in this right here. And by you interacting with the Black race and you saying that you procreate for leisure time says that you are able to speak about this and said that you got a mixed kid out there. So you would be the perfect person to have in this discussion. So that's why I got to have you here in case anybody else wants to know. All right. So now those are the qualifications. All right. He's the one that has them. So now y'all got to listen. Fair enough, JB?
Go with me, bro.
All right. Now, Legion was on, and Legion made a joke saying that once he heard that she finesses white men for food, Legion made a joke and said that, she asked him, did you or have you ever dated someone that was Black? And he said, yes. He said several times. He said he doesn't, and he made a joke like he's not going to. He was so offended because she was saying about how bad Black men are. From whatever reason, she just attracts the guys that treat her like that. And she's not following her own advice. And she says that she doesn't like Black men, so she's prejudiced against the Black man. And when they said that we spoke to you for like 4 hours straight about how you finesse white men for food, JB Gunner gets in and says, oh, she like white dudes, not Black dudes. And she finesses them. She said, well, I don't finesse them. They do. A guy is supposed to. So when JB Gunner said, damn, that's all it takes, I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. And I'm about to reel it on in.
I ain't got no problem throwing a wing or two. Shit, if that's what's going to make it pop off. I mean, I ain't struggling for wings. What's a wing?
That's what I was saying, right? That's what I was saying. So when you did that, and they weren't understanding that was once you heard that, you was like, oh, that's my type right there. And she don't like them, and she don't like them. That means I'm part of the game right now. And she never disputed anything. My main thing was she tried to make Legion say, well, would you want to talk to me? And when he said it was a joke, she was straight until you came in. People, she's prejudiced against her own race, but she was being pro-Black. talking about white people was spicy to them and the foods and all this other stuff, but she's actually prejudiced against her own kind. Now, JB Gunner, I got to ask you this. How did that make you? All right, what was your first reaction when you heard her like diss the black dudes and was like, I'm with the white culture? And you can tell she sounds like Greg Gumbel, just the girl version. She sounds just like that. And then JB threw it out there and she never said nothing about it. How did that make you feel inside as a white dude? Like, I'm about to take this race and win.
Well, of course. It's just, look, at the end of the day, she has a right to that opinion. And of course, me as a man that likes to conquer, first of all, I would never marry, and I definitely would not procreate again in any way with a black woman. However, hearing them say that, of course, it's a conquering. Of course, because I'm pro-white, listening to this woman be anti-black, of course I'm going to look at it and agree to it and say, because in my opinion, her choosing the white dick that will provide for her, take care of her, is probably the best thing for her. I think every woman should choose white dick. See what I'm saying? I mean, how can I look at it when she looks at me and says, yeah, I prefer you guys? And then how could I get mad? Because here's the truth. That's what I believe any form of racism or prejudice is. It's a preference. So her saying I prefer white people, I think to myself, well, that sounds good because I also prefer white people. You know what I mean? So I understand it. And I do think, now don't get me wrong, is she selling y'all out? Maybe. Or maybe it's just because some of y'all couldn't afford the price tag on it.
All right. Now, I got a question from Real Talk with Roy. Real Talk with Roy asked me yesterday. He said, Reese, I'm borderline on if he is a real racist because I know he wouldn't even do anything and do all that stuff and shooting a shot at the black girl if Roy don't think you're all the way racist. Roy's on the fence. Roy said, Reese, can you ask him this? And he asked me to get on my pad, and I did write it down, Roy. I was for real when you asked me. I wrote it down.
Okay.
Roy said he wants to know, if you are racist, why are you trying to get with that black chick, Kelly?
I'm also a male that thinks that men are superior to women. I still like to fuck women. Bam, that's a bomb for you. My point is that here's the thing. And in all honesty, when I was spitting game with her, it was to anger everyone else on the panel. You see what I'm saying? So in all reality, because it's an internet chick, I'm never going to meet her. She's not subscribed to my channel. I'm not subscribed to hers. My point was it was a way of just proving that once the white man started talking, she would be submissive. Because if you remember, that was the discussion. The discussion was about submissiveness. And the minute that white voice started speaking, on that panel, she became submissive. And no one can deny that.
All right. Now, y'all, we have to fire a shot at that because I told y'all, my man already knew. And the thing that I was like, oh, you have the OG up there, and I don't know why he was coming at the thing the whole wrong way. And I had an issue with this right here. Now, some people said, well, JB was inebriated. Mm-hmm. I feel that no matter if you are inebriated or not, you probably been drinking during our interviews. No one cares. Yeah. I feel that he would have never done that with me because we have a complete different understanding on how it went. And people want to know what's the difference from you working with me and going up there for what you engaged with there. Can you break down the differences so the people out there can understand?
Absolutely. You actually prepared for this. You always prepare for these. You ask questions. You set me up for where I'm just going to answer specific questions. Yeah, and yes, I obviously give my input on all of it. But see, they wanted a Royal Rumble. They wanted it to be a bunch of loud motherfuckers on one panel, whereas you take it a lot more serious and it's a one-on-one. Let me ask the questions. Let me get to the hot facts. And that's the way you present it, and that's why we don't have those issues. It doesn't mean we ain't made jokes with each other. Because remember the first time they were whining, saying he was disrespectful and saying Tyrone. So in reality, they don't even believe what they're saying. They believe I've already been belligerent with you. But it wasn't. They just are so snowflakey. They think that everything that's said that's something they don't like needs to shut the interview down. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And that's just kind of the way it is. There's a difference in the demeanor and the way that the conversations are set up. Dennis wanted me to be jumped on his channel. That's the truth. I just was bad enough to fight back. But that's what he wanted. You want a man-to-man discussion. Dennis is scared of that.
I was gonna get into that right there. Emilia, hit shots fired and let all the shots go. Now, hit it. I gotta hear shots fired and just let it go. Just let that thing go. We gotta hear all the fire on that one. All right, I had to let all the fire shots go out on that one, because a lot of people don't understand like what my main issue with Dennis is. He didn't stand up for himself, and even when he had the opportunity yesterday, he chose not to be up there and to say, well, I can't be there at certain times, which still showed that he was playing Ring Around the Rosie. He was playing Duck, Duck, Goose. Let me hit his head and run when I know he can't catch me. That's what he was doing. That's my biggest issue with the gentleman there. And all he has to do is just have a discussion with you, but he's doing all this stuff, and they getting mad at me because, well, you black. You supposed to be on his side. That was the angle that he tried to play with you guys.
Here's the thing, though.
I don't give a damn about that angle. I don't give a damn about that angle.
He wasn't even proud to be black until 2 weeks ago when I got in his ass. JB Gunner's who made him pro-black. You see what I'm saying? Like before that, he was your normal, typical, conservative, Coon and Uncle Tom. He loved our positions better than yours. And that was what it was prior to that. And JB Gunner turned him into a pro-black. And that's something he needs to explain to himself and to his people. That's not, and whereas you as a man told me your position from day one, I told you my position from sentence one, and we go back and forth like two men. He, on the other hand, doesn't know what the fuck he is. And that's why he needs everybody else on the panel to handle JB Gunner. And they all failed. All of them. And he said it the next day, he said JB Gunner won. Exactly. Because they made it a competition. You and me just have conversations. It's that simple.
My goodness, man. People, you can't break it down no better than that, because that's the truth. I like it way. One of my favorite catchphrases is, I like it way real, way raw. That's how I like it right there, people. That is down to the nitty gritty. Dennis, you got to learn something. I told you to your face yet. Well, not to your face, but on this. I told you that you don't know who you are. You ran away from the live stream because I played the clip that you said hurt your feelings so bad, and I didn't get the rest of it. I stopped it, and then you ran. Dennis, I apologized yesterday. You keep bringing up 6 months ago. I apologize because I didn't think that I hurt your feelings by me not wanting to do work with you then. You were all over the place then. I always thought you were doing something then too. So I apologize for hurting your feelings. I didn't think you really took it like that, because you did that to me in a way, but I never cared because I saw you always doing something. I'm just still doing me. I wanted to do a side project.
Let me also say something.
I apologize for you taking it like that, but I don't regret everything I've been saying about this situation here. And I don't take none of that stuff back. I just want you to realize that. I just want you to man up and stop blaming everybody else for something you could have easily done yesterday. You can even click my link right now because we're going to talk about how you call the black girls nappy head and they don't take care of themselves like how they used to and all this other stuff. And you are prejudiced against the black girls. Then Kelly is prejudiced against the black dudes, but what she wants in a black guy is you, and what you want in a black girl is her, and for somehow you guys don't get it. Does that make sense to you, JB?
No, yeah, you nailed it. I do want to say something though. I do want to say something. There's a huge difference, and it was said in the chat room by Joe Biden. He said, "Notice the difference between Christina and Robert's wife at moderating." And let me make something clear to you. On my first time here, I said some shit that probably offended her. However, Robert handled it himself. She didn't get all fucking bitch made and kick me off. She wasn't a snowflake. Robert's wife let him handle it. He said something to me and we proceeded. Whereas on Dennis's page, just me saying something that offended. Not even me calling Christina a bitch. Me just saying the word bitch made Christina. And I think I was talking about Kelly. I think I said, yeah, if Kelly was with me and I took her out to dinner, this bitch would be sucking my dick. And Christina was like, we're not going to have no. I think that's exactly what I got kicked off for.
That was exactly what it was. I was watching.
Yeah. And so, so I was just noticing what he said about Christina and your wife being so different are really true. Your wife let you handle it and expected you to just take care of it. And she didn't get up in your business and immediately boot me off. Christina wasn't even defending Robert or Dennis or anything like that. She just was butthurt. You know what I'm saying? And so I saw the comment. I want to respond.
Well, let me say something about that too. My wife, like people, you all know, like I'm Hot Facts is my show. My wife is who I trust with running the chat. She's the one that goes and sees if someone is like a crazy troll and stuff. And she handles that with Nightbot. She knows her role. She knows the rules with everything. You know, like it is what it is. And Christina, I'm gonna just say this right now. This is why my wife got issues with you. You know, you see how, you know, we do this as a team. Now, I know you said that, you know, you do this stuff when you're at work or your husband's not there. But damn, if a dude's gonna be on for 9 hours and you gonna be up for 9 hours of a job doing that shit with some other dude and you ain't getting even paid for it. That is what is not going to happen right there. And to be going to bat for this dude nonstop, like when I hopped on Dennis thing, you start talking shit to me and I still ignored you. I don't see you as anything that is significant to even respond back to at all. And that's why my wife got an issue with you. She's like, all you doing is like busybody stuff, and all you doing is sitting over here doing this nonsense, and you protecting Dennis. Like, we ain't never heard you say, well, that's why my husband is like this or that. You ain't even said that in no conversation, even giving him no credit about nothing at all. So I'm pretty sure that if you are married, no one knows. I still think you're a troll and you're not married. That's why you don't ever cam up and show yourself. I don't think you are or anything, because that dude would have already been dealt with that, and you would not be up here for 9 hours and all that other stuff. And I blocked you from my channel and Sabrina because you are Sabrina. Don't you know I do this? I don't want you coming in because you kick people out for no reason and you say freedom of speech. You were trying to speak up for black dudes and Dennis on there when there was the black dudes on there, and one was trying to have the conversation. So you don't get no right to even say nothing to me in my world. You are blocked with the force field. I'm Professor X with Cerebro, and I'm going to turn you into a vegetable. I don't even hear nothing you got going on. Did you understand that?
Got her.
I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Now, I almost forgot where we were. Dennis and Kelly. Go ahead. If you got something to say, go ahead. It's on you.
I was just gonna read your thing. Remind you.
Yeah. All right. So you know, she don't like the black guys. He don't like the black girls. They both diss each other, but it seems like that's who they want, but then they fight. And it's crazy. What do you think about that? How they are both, and I think that you understand that they are both prejudiced to their own kind, which makes me say, how can you be pro-black? Break me down on how you feel about
okay,
that.
I will tell you exactly what it is. They are actually both conservative blacks. But even no matter what, Dennis tries to now act like pro-black. So they realize, and I do think both of them hate actual black culture. Do you see what I'm saying? I think they hate him. They hate black culture just as much as I do. And so I do think they share a lot of the same opinions, but here's where we have the problem. Dennis is a broke person. And because Dennis is a broke person, he will never have the respect from Kelly that he would probably like as a man. And so what I mean is, so Kelly looks at him and kind of she feels like he's beneath her. And I truly believe that. So, and I believe because of that, it causes Dennis to look at her negatively. Because here's the truth. Dennis never looked at her negatively before all this. And I didn't even know that, but they used to do the shows together and shit. I didn't even know that. All of a sudden now, Kelly is not someone Dennis gets into. But I think truly Dennis does get into her. But Kelly looks at him basically like he ain't shit. And I think because of that, it's caused a division now. So I do not think that they are the same. I think clearly Kelly is on a different level because Kelly could probably get the dude she wants. Dennis, on the other hand, is struggling. He's struggling. You can clearly see it. He clearly talks about the fact that he's struggling. So he wants to be a conservative without putting in the work to be a conservative. When I hear Kelly talk, it's not the same. I don't hear the same thing. So Dennis is mad because all of his cooning did not lead to anywhere more higher. That's what Dennis is really mad about. He's mad because all of his cooning didn't get respect from the white supremacists. He's mad. He thought all this time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense because throughout all that, I wanted to know how Dennis felt, and I was trying to ask him yesterday, how did he feel that you came in with your game like that to throw your shot, knowing that it was like, all right, I don't know if you guys out there have seen American History X. Dude went out there and said, I gotta just let them know who I am. He took his shirt off with the swastika right there. He said, here I am. He went out there. That's what he did. And he threw his shot. And I want to know how Dennis felt because a lot of the things that you brought up in stats and everything, Dennis agrees with. And the fact that how you speak about certain black dudes, he speaks about them like that. I don't think he really wanted you on and Kelly really wanted you on is because they both agree with, I would say 70% of your ideology. Would you agree?
I would say probably 90% of it. Honestly.
Yeah. See, I was trying to give them a little bit.
That's why Dennis doesn't want to debate me because he knows that every number I'm going to throw, every opinion that I'm going to have, unless it hurts him personally, he's going to be like, well, I get your point because his own audience was already doing it. You got to remember when I was just on there was several times people in his audience was like, well, he's right. But Dennis himself, he would have nothing to argue about. Because if his positions in any way are conservative, he would agree with 9 out of 10 things that I'm going to say. Now, he may be a California conservative, so he may want to be pro-LGBT or whatever the fuck. But in the end, he's going to agree, particularly about your people, with 90% that I say, because let me tell you why. Because he believed he was separate from your people. And that's what made him think he was better. Until the person he actually wants to be like came in there and smacked his ass down and said, you're not better than them.
Look, I was about to say, I think Dennis, why I got up there, victims of broken hearts, I think Dennis felt that he was above the class of the hood rat that he was trying to mess with, and she had more game than him and got him for what he was trying to get. And it was from a hood rat. So he feels like completely, and now he thinks they all hood rats. And I think that Kelly, because I'm going to just give y'all the real. most black dudes that's from the inner city will hear her voice and think she's washed, and they go try to use her how they would try to use the white girl from the burbs. That's what they try to do. And I think that she got ran game on many a times, probably paid credit card bills for stuff and all that. So she got ran up by this, but she kept attracting those dudes. I think they both just went to, they felt like the bottom of the barrel is what they can get. They got shot down by the bottom of the barrel, and now they aiming way too high.
Right, and in some ways, I think you're right. And I think you deal with this with a lot of people that envy any other culture. Like some wannabe white dude, he finds out real quick you're not black, and they don't respect you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm talking about? The white dude that'll move into your hood. He thinks just because he listens to hip hop and he's trying to be down with you and all that, he finds out real quick that's not like, same thing with our shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the best thing to do is just be yourself. Because once we think you're trying to be us, and I assume the same thing on your end, once someone is clearly trying to be something they're not, that's when it becomes a problem. And so people are going to put you in check. Like if there's some white dude running around the hood with his hat cocked saying the N-word over and over, and I'm talking about G-A, not E-R, acting just flat out like he's been listening to the SIBO all day, that guy, it's going to be apparent that he's not from that shit and that he's just imitating shit.
Hold up. A lot of y'all cornballs didn't hear he said SIBO. I'm just going to...
Bro, I lived in Linwood for quite some time, man.
I'm just saying the people, a lot of y'all didn't even know what the hell you were talking. All right. For those of y'all who know, I'm pretty sure you got some applauses in somebody's house right now for even saying SIBO. They like, damn, that white boy cold right there. That white boy cold. That's what they saying right now, y'all. I don't think. All right. Sorry. I didn't mean to break it up for that. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real.
I wasn't listening to Will Smith growing up. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Just it is what it is. What we talking about? Yuck mouth, SIBO, 40, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm down. But don't get it twisted. I'm not supporting it. I'm just saying I've been there, done that. But what I mean is with me it was very natural. You got to remember the environments I was born in and raised in, as I described to you before. I got out of that shit because I needed to, and it was the best move I ever made. And I think in a lot of ways, Dennis wants out of it. But then once he gets out of it, where is he going to go? Because the minute he gets out the hood, where's he going to come? To us in the mountains with ropes and trucks and shit? He don't want that either. So it's going to be, that's the problem with Dennis is Dennis has found himself in a spot.
Dennis don't even know his mountains out there. He don't even know his real mountains out. He think mountains are mirages.
So I think Dennis is going to get I think he just got a hard lesson. And I think he's going to continue to get one because he's not secure in his position. Now, Kelly, I think is secure in her position. I think she's probably sucked plenty of white dicks and she knows this is what I want. I want my dinner bar and I want white dick. I think Kelly knows 100%. And I think she has no problem coming out and saying it. I think you.
I don't want to be with you.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you are 100% in your position. I'm 100% in mine. When you know who you are, that's a big difference than when you're little Dennis trying to figure out what you're going to be.
Do you think Dennis knows who the group Hootie and the Blowfish is? Do you think he's ever heard of Hootie and the Blowfish? Do you think he knows who Darius Rucker is?
I guarantee you he's listened to it way more than me.
All right. Hey, man. Hey, Dennis, go look up Darius Rucker. I only want to be with you. Dude, go ahead. Hey, come on now, Dennis. Come on now, Dennis. Don't have me try to give you a black quiz now. Come on now, Dennis. I don't want to do all that. But my thing is this now, too. Like, was it weird from you being on that live stream and seeing that there was arguments from the black guys with the black girl, from the black girl arguing with Christina to arguing with you to Dennis? Did you see that? Like, how were, all right. Who were you trying to discuss anything with in that spider web?
Well, I knew I was jumping into a monkey cage. I knew I was jumping into a monkey cage.
Look. You go laugh. But people, when he go laugh at that, and I know why he laughing, it's because he racist. I get that. That's funny to him. That's funny to him, people. But here's what I say on top of that. People, we are apes, not monkeys. Monkeys have tails. We have a coccyx, and since I got a kinesiology degree, I can break that down to where that don't bother me. Half y'all out there, that's gonna affect y'all, but I just let it fly. I'm just
it's funny. You're right. It's funny when you say that, because a lot of times when I bring up monkeys, and one of my biggest arguments when black people get so triggered by it is, I'm like, you do understand science said we all were. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not, but you're right. Not monkey, an ape. So it's all typically a joke, usually, to trigger someone. The things that I believe in that should trigger people the most are the things that are not the loudest. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to say offensive things, and you say that, and a lot of times those things are said because you know what it's going to do to somebody. But in reality, when I got into that cage, as I was saying, I knew that there was going to be a lot of just slinging shit at each other. And to watch how I got all of them going at each other, like, they weren't throwing the shit at me. They was throwing the shit at each other. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm just sitting there in a lot of ways laughing. Everybody was shooting their shit at each other while I'm sitting there trying to holler at Kelly. And then it all went to shit. But even later on when I came back, even when they tried to throw their shit at me, and then the videos following it on Dennis's channel, Dennis was still throwing shit at them, saying y'all lost and y'all did this wrong. You see what I'm saying? Like, was he
kicking you off? But like, was he booting you all the way, or was he putting you backstage?
Three times. Twice I got kicked all the way off, and that was Christina.
Okay.
Christina did it all. Dennis didn't do any of it.
Okay.
Somehow I guess he's got channel control over the StreamYards or whatever the fuck we're on. So no, it was 100%.
He made her an admin. He made her an administrator. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, exactly. And so it was really funny to watch it. Here's the thing. I have 3 degrees. One of them is in psychology. Another one's in communications. Another one's just a measly business degree. I know how to use psychology and communication to fuck with people. And sometimes I don't even have to be loud.
That's how we make sales, JB.
Yes.
JB, that's how we make sales and grow the business. We have all right, go ahead. I'm done.
No, you're 100%. You're 100% right. It's all about bringing out emotion. And you're right. If you go to sales, it is to get them excited. You don't take no's, you take 3, you know what I mean? But ultimately, it is about getting them excited or emotionally attached to anything. And that includes whether you're talking about dating, going after women, whether you're doing YouTube, whether you're in an argument or fight. Because let's just say you're in a fist fight. If you can get that other motherfucker to be so off his rocker, he's not actually using technique, you can win that easily. The calm motherfucker that's laid back in the cut, just waiting, they're typically going to come out on top. And so I know that if I'm going to go into a place where I'm outnumbered, 6, 7, 8 to 1, I had to independently, one by one, strategically both pander to and outsmart each person on the panel. And I knew that if I would say the things that some people would agree with, some people wouldn't, I would get them going at each other. And they actually went at each other way more than they did me.
They made themselves look stupid. I was sitting there, I was laughing the whole time. I was sitting there laughing. I was like, hold up. Because it was just like, well, Dennis took it like, well, they think I'm scared. I'm gonna let them up and still be scared. So I was just like, it was, to me, that was a complete shit show. And I think that you got exactly what you wanted out of it, the whole situation. And I do believe that you got a victory there. It made them, like, here's what they don't understand that I put for points for you on the board. He made 2 black people fight against why they don't like black people. one don't like the men and one don't like the women, which makes you guys both don't like the whole race together. So you made them fight and argue about that. Then you made one try to think he was too smart and militant to come at you because that was the angle. Then he wanted to threaten you to a fight. You got somebody else that said, well, let's show up with the fight for money. Then you had somebody else like, I'm not rocking with none of y'all because y'all ain't even hearing what he's saying. I'm talking about a land bridge. Y'all talking about this other shit. And I'm sitting there like, he made all you guys do this. And then Christina was mad at Kelly because Kelly is more intelligent than her. So she was like, you're getting on my, and I was like, JB is probably sitting here just rolling like, I'm going to take my next sip.
And
how much money I got coming in? Let me get my next sip.
That's 100% what I was doing. It was fun shit. And so like, man, and here's the reality. Like I said, I went in with a strategy. I apologized to the two hosts of the channel immediately to kind of get them comfortable, which was good. But then what I did is I knew that all of them black men were going after the black woman. So I took the black woman's side. Because I knew by doing that, it would cause them to continue bashing her. She would continue bashing them. It's just puppeteering, baby. That's all it is. It's just puppeteering.
Mighty Mouse, here I come to save the day. People. People. I don't even think they know who Mighty Mouse is.
Good times, man.
Man, y'all got to understand. What do you say? All right. A lot of you guys seem smart, but you guys got to go educate yourselves in a different way. And I would suggest you guys do real social experiments to where you guys can and we're talking about psychology and everything, people. He said Whitey Mouse, man.
Yes.
He said Whitey Mouse. That's what one of JB people. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say nigga Felix, or I'm gonna throw in some Juck and Jive with Daffy Duck, the coldest of all time. You gotta admit, Daffy Duck was cold. Daffy Duck was cold.
I like Daffy. I like Daffy.
Daffy Duck was cold, G. Daffy Duck was cold. But you guys gotta understand this. Dennis Jerome Jr. I don't know if you guys have been watching his tirades. He went off on me. He went off on me so bad. I mean, he went off on me so bad, I guess is what he said. And what do you feel all right, from you looking at it from the outside in, why do you think he's really mad at me?
Because I think what it was is during the Eli thing, right? I think it started. It may have started before there, but when I came into this, just from what I saw, like you guys seem to be okay. And then what happened is after that stream I did, like he went on his victimization shit, whereas you thought business wise, you're like, I'll jump on this. And I think for him, he wanted all other black people to be like, didn't you see what the white man did to me? And so the fact that you didn't, and you're like, shit, I'll talk to him. I think that the fact that you didn't come protect him like his big brother and shit, I think that's what it is. That you said, nah, little bro, you're going to handle this on your own. I'm going to have an adult conversation with him. And so deep down, remember, they was in my chat room. I didn't even know who these people were. They was in my chat room. I didn't really know who they were. I've never been in theirs. They was in my chat room. And because it went left for them, I think they expected you and a lot of other people to have their back, and that just never happened. And instead of having their back, you said, fuck it, I'll talk to him. But that I think really is what it was. That night in my chat, they wanted to play victim so much. They were mad because they were hurt. I guess they were hurt. And so the fact that not everybody sided with them, and I think including you, I think that's what really bothers him. And he keeps bringing up your YouTube numbers as if it's that different from his. No, man, every single stream I'm on with him, the highest number he gets is 30 or 40. He's not doing what he thinks he's doing. But what happens is just like, you know, when you bring in, you have the right conversations, people will watch the replay, people will do a lot of that. But Dennis has dug himself into a other community. That's why he's getting these. Those ain't his people watching him. Those are my people. Those are the Lycan Legion. Those are Eli's people. Dennis is getting the people watching him because he's a locale. Nobody's watching you for that same reason. He doesn't understand that the views he's getting right now, he's still not making no fucking money. The views he's getting right now are from people that find him laughable. And while he's sitting here trying to tell you about you and what you need to do and how you need to listen to him because he's so much, I guess, better at this than you, I disagree. And I've been on this platform for 18 years. Dennis.
Well, here's my issue with that, JB. Here's my issue with that whole thing. They don't understand that YouTube has shorts, videos, lives, and your post section, right? Okay. Yep. I have almost 2,000 shorts. If you go to my views and then you go to the shorts, you will see that it's my shorts. A lot of my shorts come from my videos and my live streams, but it's from my shorts. I got people that watch me for the shorts instead of spending an hour or 2 hours watching something. So then they'll super chat me on that because that's what they're watching me for. He don't understand that part, why I got 4.3 million views and he's stuck at 2 million and we came in the same month in the same year.
And I'm glad you said that because I make long form content and regular videos. So I don't want to say like him because it's not even close. However, so yeah, when I first started hearing about how some of you shorts content creators were getting, I got to admit, views and it's actually one of the examples I use is that shorts doesn't make you any money, but it's a good way to grow your channel. So what you're doing with shorts will grow your channel, but eventually you need to learn to turn, this is my statement, is you have to learn to turn those clients into clients. Dennis himself, though, he has no position to put out there when it comes to this because Dennis makes $0 on YouTube. He don't make shit at all, period. I've never seen him get more than $30 in super chats. I don't hear him calling out Cash Apps, PayPals, none of that. Dennis is literally still at his job. Well, I've been doing this for a living for 18 years. Dennis is, he thinks he's better than you. When in reality, it's not even close. You prepare for your shows, which makes you better than him. All he does is do that shit out while he's delivering tacos and shit.
And I would like to say this. JB ain't never watched none of my stuff. And I got different series on top of that, people that I'm growing to. And yesterday was the first show I brought into the HotFacts brand outside of what I do. You guys gotta understand, like, JB has never heard me go on a rant getting mad at people for not super chatting and all this stuff. That's not what I do. Right. I just put the information up there. If someone throws in a Cash App or something, that's what they do. My thing is development and growth. I'm only on the beginning of phase 2 of my 5-phase plan. So growth is still part of that. I still have to do that. And within that, the people that really enjoy my shorts and stuff, and they actually go ahead and chip me off on there when it says thanks, I like it when they give me those. And I ain't got to be on for 9 hours trying to get people to. They just watch 15 to 60 seconds.
Let me also say this, and this is, once again, this is not an insult to either one of you. Look, if you guys are pretty much in the baby stages of your career, right? You're like you said, you're not even in phase 2 or you're only on phase 2. What I mean by this is people don't understand the way YouTube works. You have to put in some years and some real effort and then do you think I made all kinds of money, 6 figures off of YouTube my first year, 2 years, 3 years? No, it took a lot of fucking building. So, and I keep hearing everybody talk about views and subs. Who told these dumb motherfuckers that views and subs equals money on YouTube? They're wrong.
I don't know who told them that. I use views and subs as growth so I can stay on pace. That's what I use it for.
The key is to build a following that truly supports your content. Because let me tell you something. I've had channels with 100,000 subs, and I didn't make hardly shit. We're talking about $500, $800, $1,000 a month on Google AdSense. However, so you didn't really make shit. I'm talking about with 100,000 subs, channels with 50,000, channels with 30,000. I didn't make no money on that, but I can create a channel right now, fresh scratch, and with 1,000 subs, make 6 figures. Why can't everybody else do that? Because they don't understand how to diversify this shit. You have to have merch. You have to have an audience that wants to pay to hear you. And if you don't have an audience that pays to hear you, then you're not going to survive on this platform. Because eventually, especially with the way YouTube is, you don't know when your channels are going to go down. And most importantly, when you stop being popular, those views will fall off. An example is major YouTubers like Boogie2988, things like this. Once they fell off financially because they didn't have an audience willing to tip them. You have to be the server, and your audience is the customer. And my audience pays me like I'm the best waiter and server in the restaurant. And they should, because I work hard to entertain them. That's how it works. So
he just broke down business, people. He just broke down some business for y'all who don't understand. My man been doing it 18, 20 years on the platform. He's seen everything come. He's seen everything go. He's been through every transition, every single terms of service update. He's been through the whole thing on the platform. So when you guys like Dennis say, I own you, I'll get you canceled. This is how he makes his money. You got to do harder than just talking some shit.
And here's the truth. Once people realize, and since we're going that direction, because I keep hearing every single time I hear him stream, I hear views. Views don't mean shit. And especially if all of your views and your viewers are people that just laughing at you. It's not the way things work. Yes, I guess if you want to, so I would ask anybody to show me the famous locale that is making money off YouTube. They can't show me that. Eli has never made shit. Dennis has never made shit.
Say, can you compare Eli and Dennis? Can you compare those two? Because now you gotta experience with both of them now. More experience with Eli, but can you compare the both of them?
They're exactly identical. They're little, they're frail, they're low cows. People dislike them, and they don't understand. And each of those two individuals don't understand that it's because they keep coming on here and crying and whining and playing the victim. That's why people don't like them. That's why people will look at them. People are watching them only to laugh at them. People are watching them because people do hate watch. People also like to watch train wrecks. I'm sure I got people that hate watch me. But the reality of this is, if that's your entire gimmick and you don't have any real fans, and how do I know you don't have any real fans? Because they would pay you. They would pay you. And so at the end of the day, if they don't pay you, then they're not fans. All you're going to get is 2 cents for their view.
Right.
Congratulations.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hey, and I want to give a shout out to JB brought some people that think just like him. And I would like to say now, y'all, these people leave me comments on my videos. They've been peeping out random videos and leaving me comments and saying, hey, we rock with you. And they like, dang, okay, he is kind of cool. So, hey, I thank you for you guys seeing me, I'm an entity on this earth. You see me and respect me as an entity, even though you might feel certain ways about an ethnic thing, but you still showing some respect that way, which means I'm able to cross a barrier, and so did you guys. So I just want to give that respect and love right there, because nobody told you guys to say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Our dislike is about culture. You think we don't watch Denzel movies? You think when we sit down and watch a movie, Denzel comes on, like John Q comes on, we're like, no, that's a black actor. We ain't watching that shit. That ain't the way it works, man. That's not the way we work. We dislike cultures. We don't want certain cultures around our kids, our family, our life. But man, it's not like we're out here with nooses and shit ready to just lasso up every motherfucker You see what I'm saying? Like we're normal humans just like you. We just don't.
Well, that's funny you said that, JB. How do you feel about Dennis saying that he has to live in a sky-rise downtown so that the woman can trust that the kid is in a protected area? Can you, because like to me that sounds like bullshit to me, and he being ran game on.
Man, that sounds stupid.
You know what I mean?
Shit. Yeah, that sounds stupid as shit. First of all, I would never live downtown anywhere. That don't sound safe at all. Anywhere. That's my position. The last place I would go to is downtown in any city. Because in every city across America, you have downtown, some of the craziest shit in the world, especially in LA, California, or wherever the fuck he's at. And then right outside of every downtown is Martin Luther King Boulevard. And that's always the worst street and you know I'm not lying. MLK is always the worst street in every city almost. Y'all can't even respect MLK by keeping his damn street clean. So
MLK is always in the hood. I'm not gonna lie, it's always in the hood, people. It's a hood street. Martin Luther King. If you say you on Martin Luther King, people, it's going through the hood. That's just the way it is. That's real talk right there. I have to laugh because that's real.
If you get a DoorDash going there, you're gonna be like, ah, man, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you were like, any of them motherfuckers. 100%.
Now, fuck that. What about, all right, so we got all this stuff going on, and we got the Dennis thing going on. Mm-hmm. He said that he feels I'm a fake and an act because of how I can do this stuff with you. Mm-hmm. Do you feel he's a fake and an act by his actions on how he's operating?
Yes, because people that are real will stand up for the real. And let me give you an example, okay? I believe people, I'll just say this, I believe people that's not willing to stand up on their own, speak it to even the people you're having issues with, and you're just some closet motherfucker behind your screen, silent. And then whatever it is, like if your wife pisses you off every day and you never said nothing back to her, all you did was go to work and whine to your friends about it, I think you was fake too. Like, to me, if you can go whine to other people about something and not stand for that and confront another motherfucker, to me, there's fakeness to it. Dennis is fake because he doesn't know what he is. He's not pro-black, really, and he's not a conservative, really. So I believe he's in a state of limbo. So he has to be fake because what is he real of? What is he real of?
Gotcha. Do you think, all right. I want to get this from you because I just say, like, if Dennis and Kelly were in a pro-black meeting with a bunch of pro-blacks and they start talking about how they don't like the black men and the black women, I think they'll get jumped. I think they may get ran up out that building. They may get ran up out of there.
Yes, because your people's violent. You're right.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're 100% right. It's because your people's violent. You're right. So if they're in the middle,
get ran up out of there.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is, if you understand that, and I understand that, how real are they when they are going out to the donut shop, to Walmart, and they're interacting with other black people when they don't even know what their past is or who they are currently? Do you think they're walking around acting like a prejudiced white person to black people, like, I'm not even gonna talk to them, they look like they're this and that?
I think Dennis, for sure, the answer is no. Now, it's different when you're dealing with a woman, though, because a woman sometimes feels safe behind the fact she's a female. So do I believe she's just out there saying it to random people? No. Does she probably say it to individual Tyrones? Yes. Does she say it to all the white dicks that she sucks? 100%.
No, but what about in their brain? I'm talking about when they're in public inside their brain. Are they in their brain looking at other black people like, oh, you look a certain way, I think you're this. That's how I'm thinking they are judging other black folks.
Yeah, I think they are.
When they're walking around.
I think 100% they are. 100%.
Okay.
Because because their positions are. It would all depend on if you thought their positions on here was fraudulent or not. Like I just, I saw Cuck Eli tag me in something today, and the discussion was about whether I'm really what y'all think I am, and the answer is yes. Now, here's the truth, though, is when I'm on the internet and in the different positions, I was like a WWE. I'm going to spit a promo. However, it does not mean that the things in that promo is not true. That promo, the severity of that promo is dependent on the position I'm put in. Like, if me and you are on the same team here, we don't mean the same ideology, and we're not fighting, then I'm not going to Ric Flair up on a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? But if they push it, then you understand what I'm saying? Because this is my job typically. I'm clocking in, clocking out. I'm here to go ahead and put my opinion out there. And all of it, all public speaking, is a promo. And once you learn
my JB, don't say nothing else, man. Look. These people, I'm a wrestling. I have wrestling videos and stuff. Like I've been a wrestling. I even did backyard wrestling. I'm like, that's I wrestled. So I speak about it all the time, but I let them know that I treat this like battle rap and WWF. I'm about to do a promo demo. Even if my opponent, we may not be eye to eye, I'm about to make this promo be that both of us can do what we got to do. Now, how whatever the respect is in between us, that makes the promo go way up or way down. You know what I mean? But I treat everything as a promo. I don't care what it is. It's a promo. I got to demo that.
You got to remember, we're just not two dudes in a room talking. We both were taking time out of our day to come out here and entertain them. Because if this was just about me and you talking, we could have called each other. This video is about them. Where you're going to put your position, I'm going to put my position. But bro, and anyone that tells you anything other than that is a liar. Because whether it's a debate or anything else, if it wasn't a promo, if it wasn't to entertain the audience, we would just be talking here and be like, hey, man, is that how you feel? Yeah, that's how I feel. All right, done deal. You know what I'm saying? What you want to do about it? What you want to do about it? But that's not what this is. All these people running around here acting like they hate the other person so much, but yet they keep making videos on it. It's because they want to engage in the battle royal. They want to engage in the promo. They think they're going to take their shot at the title with it like it's WrestleMania. They just bumped into the real Hulk Hogan. That's just the way this shit works on YouTube. So,
that's just the real Hulk Hogan. That remind me of WCW when they was making fun of the WWF wrestlers and stuff. That just remind me of that. You got the real one right there. Okay.
Well, remember, I threw that in because remember what Hulk Hogan got canceled for. You remember?
Yeah. So you talking about the go ahead.
The N-word. So obviously, So it was double talk. So to the people that knew it, they'd be like, yeah, okay, it is the real Hulk Hogan on this. On these YouTube streets, it is my streets. I've been doing it for too long. And I don't have to make more money or have more subs or more views than anybody, but I am more experienced than anybody. And I know how to work this shit to my angle. That's why I can build any channel in any genre. I don't have to do this Tyrone talk. I can get into true crime. I can do a gaming channel. I can do a wrestling channel. I can do a fucking mukbang eating channel if I wanted to. And it would still pop off. It's just the way it works because it's you that are the product. It's you. And a lot of these people don't get it. So.
Hey, y'all heard it there. We've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. I'm pretty sure JB is like, hey, I kind of like messing with Reese. He get in there, ask what he got to ask, and then we out of there. You know what I'm saying? I can't do the 9 hours, the 5 hours. You know, like I can do like a 4 hour if I'm breaking down like a WrestleMania all the way through day 1 and day 2. I can go ahead and do, you know what I'm saying, something like that, or if I'm gonna just do a whole complete thing about the NBA, like last night, I was on H Money Boxing. You know, they got over there 165,000 subs. I'm one of the main panelists up there, and I had my segment on last night speaking boxing, but my segment is only it was like 40 minutes. So when everybody else get on, we talking, but I don't be on there for as long as the whole thing is on. That's just not what I do. I do my thing and I get on out. So that's why my shows normally between 1 and 2 hours, depending on if I got intros or not. But the actual us getting down ain't gonna be longer than an hour and just a little bit.
No, I agree. I have the same thing on my shit unless I drink. That's why they love it when I drink, because they know once we get to that. Because I normally don't start drinking until I start my show. So we got once we're 3 hours in, then I may go off the subject, and that's when we're just gonna get into dumb shit, watching women twerk, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and it's gonna be everybody just having fun. But yeah, I usually when I'm not drinking at all, my show
3 hours in. JB, people, he told you 3 hours in. If you want to see the craziness, watch JB 3 hours after, because that's when it's going in.
Yeah, no doubt. But I appreciate once again being here with you. Did you have any more? Anything else?
No, I ain't got nothing else. Just we got through everything. We ain't have to go through a whole Bible's worth of words to get to the points. I'm not someone that drags it out. My wife was in here laughing at some of the stuff you were saying. He thought it was hilarious. So we all good on our end.
Hope she's doing well. Yeah, I hope she's doing well. If she has a child, tell her I said Happy Mother's Day.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying.
She hears you. She probably go ahead and write it in. And people, look, I'm gonna just say that if ever you guys are go see Hot Facts and JB or Hot Facts on together, I'm gonna just say the tag team name is the unbiased opinion. We just the unbiased opinion. We taking belts. We don't care about what y'all got to say. Whenever it happens, that's what y'all go get. We don't plan this shit. If something happens, something happens. But this is someone that, hey, I'll go ahead and hit them up in the future.
How do we not go with the tag team Chunky Monkeys?
Chunky Monkeys? Can we not go with that?
I'm just fucking
if we went with Chunky Monkeys, we gotta come in with 2 Ben & Jerry pints.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Oh yeah, you see how I came back with that. A lot of y'all don't know that Chunky Monkey was the flavor of the ice cream. A lot of y'all ain't smart.
No, I just hate Ben & Jerry, but you're right. Bro, this has been cool, man. Hopefully I got you what you need when it comes to this, and you have a good night. I gotta get ready for my show.
Yeah, go ahead. Stay safe, man. Thank you again. Everybody, that was JB Gunner, the infamous the gangster of YouTube, the man that everyone is afraid of, the person that people will run and hide under their bed. Like, remember Fred Savage, Little Monsters, him and Ben? Remember that movie? They have to slide him under the bed and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's afraid of him, and they are afraid of that. They think he's Killer Clown from outer space. That's not what he is. He's not going to turn you into popcorn because he's a scary clown. That's not what it is. And for those of you who don't know, now you know. You got anything to say to them out there? Nope. And from JB and Torp, we got the best moderator who runs the game right over here. Christina and everybody else take notes. Deuces on the set.